Hello and welcome to this best of three series between Chimbambu and BigBees or Hella Fantastic. This is game 2, it is currently 1-0 to Chimba. Be sure to like and subscribe for more games and let's get into it. So today we have a not yet seen matchup, which is Tomb Kings against Khorne. Pretty cool. We also see double kitties. Oh, this is gonna be a swift and hard-fought match. Again, like in the last game, I don't get why why the camera keeps resetting every single time that I activate it, but I digress. So we got Cetra on the side of the Tomb Kings. We got a classic undead army, which is Cetra the Imperishable. However, he is very much perishable, especially into a bunch of factions, so quite the unfortunate naming. But he has a lot of other titles to cover for him, right? So with Nero's Incantation of Protection, Jaff's pretty good. When it comes to the side of Tomb Guard, Jesus, to the side of the Tomb Kings, they have a pretty glaring problem when most of their units, which is the lack of armor piercing. So you take Jaff's basically to give you both bonus versus large and a bunch of armor piercing on certain units, right? It's not the capture kitties. You only have like Chosen of the Gods and the other Ushabti Great Force for like armor piercing. None of your like normal units generally have armor piercing. So when it comes to the rest of the army, it's just going to be a bunch of Skellies. And the Skellies are expendable capture weight, so keep that in mind when we see a bunch of units go onto the capture points. They aren't going to be as effective as like just a normal unit, right? And of course, we have the best unit on the roster probably, which is the Chosen of the Gods. These guys are archer shotgun guys, which basically whenever they fire an arrow, it spreads and then it does like both shield breaker, armor piercing, splash damage. Crazy unit, absolutely crazy unit. Other than this, we see a couple of skeleton archers, which are there just to capture objectives and potentially poke something that is quote-unquote unarmored, right? They don't have the best armor piercing values, and they're there probably just to shoot into the dogs. Because what is Khorne gonna bring? A massive shield wall or armored wall. So they are just going to walk forward, gonna fight you, and yeah, that is the classic Khorne way. So for the side of BigBees, we have a double Fleshhound, a double Blood Beast in the forest. Ooh, these guys are gonna flank. Very cool. Also, besides that, we just have a mass Marauder wall, which makes sense because you know that the side of the Tomb Kings are not going to be elite in a sense. So as long as you have enough units to fight all of their units, you are going to win all of the fights, right? Because these guys, look at the stats on just a Marauder, man, crazy. And this is not even when Skull Taker is super near them and gives them like all of his buffs, right? When they're fully in melee. 44 melee attack on a baseline Marauder with 10k HP. They're gonna chew through these skeleton warriors with their shitty stats, right? And it seems that Chimba is actually poking relatively well, and I don't know. It just seems like it is going to be a small build-up, and then after the small build-up, it is going to be a move forward, and we will see who clashes stronger. Though currently, at least, I don't see a single thing on the side of BigBees that can actually kill or contest the double Sphinxes, right? There are the Blood Beasts, but the Blood Beasts won't win against the Sphinxes. They are generalist units. You need something that is like really strong and really good, especially to kill two of them, right? If it was one, then two Blood Beasts would probably be enough to just screen them out, basically make them go back and stuff. But you need like a Minotaur Great Weapon or something. This is also a great play from the side of Chimba. He's approaching enough. What is that one guy doing, man? Like he's leading the charge, saying, "Let's go! We shouldn't be afraid of the Khorne boys." And then they are shooting into the proper unit, which is the dual weapons, who don't have a shield, right? These guys have a bronze shield, so that is an extra 35% basically blocking chance of all of the units. This is also pretty smart. He should definitely move the Marauders of Khorne back. He shouldn't be taking all of this damage. He should just pressure forward with the wall. Interesting Bloodwake Berserker summon. Okay. This is all around one of the best units in the game, probably the strongest unit when it comes to just pure damage fighting power, right? The Bloodwakes, because they have so many good stats. But I feel like he's sounding the horn of war a bit too early, because again, he doesn't have anything to deal with the capture kitties. And these guys, however good they are, with like these insane buffs, immune to flanking, unyielding assault, right? Oh, they got unyielding assault removed from them? Oh, interesting. That's a good buff. I mean, that's a good nerf. So these guys aren't going to be able to contest two capture kitties. And a very smart play from Chimba. He sees that there isn't enough to contest the kitties, so he doesn't need to actually bring them together. He's just going to split them up and fight. Oh, we also see a Sepulchral Stalker summon, which these guys will destroy, absolutely murder stuff like Flesh Hounds, right? They're also anti-large in melee, so they're just gonna keep killing stuff. And very nicely done. Chimba is actually going back, which is a great play. He doesn't care about this objective. He just wants to value trade with now the capture kitties and the Sepulchral Stalkers. This is unfortunate, though, that he got surrounded. He does put Jaffs on them, but he could potentially... these guys have magic damage, right? So it doesn't make sense to do the other thing. They will win against both of the Warhounds, but they will take unnecessary amounts of damage. And he's just rampaging through the lines with the capture kitties. Not the capture kitties, the Sphinxes. Capture kitties are the cats from Kislev. But yeah, as long as he doesn't even engage most of these fights, because all of them he will lose, right? All of the infantry fights from the side of Khorne are going to be so much stronger when it comes to fighting the front line. But if he just backs off and constantly tries to trade, this is going to go much better for him. Cetra also trying to bully stuff like the Bloodwakes is a good play. He should definitely be moving the Chosen of the Gods a bit back and then shooting specifically into the Bloodwakes, because Bloodwakes, basically their only thing that can kill them is super high damage monsters like Cetra, or super high elite shooting, which is like the Chosen of the Gods. So that is a great play. Over here we see the Ushabti, I think, summon. Yep, the Ushabti summon that is basically fighting the units and actually helping the skeletons win. Over here, the Sepulchral Stalkers have been a bit misplayed in this game. They have just been fighting in melee, even though they're gonna pay for themselves. They really should be laser beaming stuff that is big. But I do understand that it's quite difficult sometimes to keep them alive, because people just love charging them, which is kind of the current play here, right? And it seems that on the left side, Chimba is totally crushing the attack from the side of BigBees, while in the middle it is still quite contested. Though it just seems that Skulltaker is not properly supporting the big blob fight, right? He's just here with trying to create a small death ball with the Bloodwakes, but I don't know if it's gonna be enough, especially with two kitties coming in to basically fight here. Oh, this is gonna be difficult, and both of them are still full HP, and as I said, like, there's nothing on this map that can actually kill both Cetra and a Chimerian War Sphinx. It's just the Bloodwakes, and very unfortunate that he didn't wait. We will check the reinforcement army later, but if he doesn't have at least some sort of like Minotaur's great weapons here, there would be basically nothing to kill them. Man, they do look so cool, like such a cool unit. And do they have swords in their mouths? Oh my god, that is amazing. Like, the animation team on CA is doing God's work, man. I can't wait to see stuff from 40k be brought to life, because if anything, however much we complain when it comes to the side of CA for a bunch of things, at least the art department is fucking crushing it, man. We see a bunch of Necroconor warriors being summoned, which makes sense, though these are marauders. If they were like Chaos warriors, they would chew through the Necroconor warriors, but because they aren't the armored version, we still have a fighting chance for the side of the Tomb Kings. They are double capped, but the points currently at least don't matter. And we see a mass rout basically from the side of Khorne, which is very unfortunate. They're scared of the spooky skeletons. Like, look at this, 4 units basically dead, 5 units basically dead, and these two are almost at death's door. Like, this one Nehakaran warrior could probably beat the both of them, and he smartly still captures his back objective. And again, there is nothing, including Skulltaker, that can fight off Cetra and the War Sphinx. He also isn't kind of focusing either of them, which when you have these types of like compositions with 2 huge monsters, what you are supposed to do is you're supposed to focus one of them, right? If you focus and kill one of them, the other one is a lot weaker when it doesn't have the support from the other one. And when it comes to like the monsters, even though they have less stats when they're wounded or whatever, they're still basically the same fighting unit, and they're also a huge terror-causing piece, which again for Khorne could be a problem because they do not have ITP. Though, man, these guys are just crazy. Like 6 of them, or yeah, 6 of them could basically bully most of the units here, right? If they just don't rout. And they have 95 freaking leadership. So it always ends up, when I play against Khorne, they like stand on like six figures, but have 1k HP, and they end up killing basically everything on your freaking roster, man. Usually Furies into Tomb Kings are great, especially into stuff like the Horsemen, but when there's Cetra and a Chimerian War Sphinx around, if they just rampage through this, they are gonna kill that Fury in like 3 hits. And Chimba is making it onto the middle objective now too, so this also random Skeleton Spear might actually cause BigBees to summon in something in the back to be able to defend them. And look at this, like a Bloodletter of Khorne needs to go to the back objective to stop that, because there's just a lonely spearman here that can potentially capture it, right? While he's not going to be reinforcing the middle where the mainline fighting is happening, and potentially there needs to be more damage done there. What the hell happened to these Nehakaran warriors? What? Bloody Onslaught? Why did they lose 80% of their HP? Is there some sort of damage ability or something? Like, what the hell happened to them? They just insta-crumbled. And there was nothing except a Forsaken there. Damn. There's no way this Forsaken, though. Oh my god, look at the buffs there. Crazy. He did pop a Horn of Khorne. It might have been actually a Horn of Khorne, and then 62 melee attack with fire damage, just crumbling your units. Also, the Chimerian War Sphinxes and Ushabti can just go in to Skulltaker and start bullying him too now, right? This unit is just cracked, man. He hasn't done as much as he can usually in like a game, and that is just due to Tomb Kings having relatively low quality infantry, right? So he's not gonna farm like a million value fighting them, but he's still a super annoying unit to take down, especially for stuff like the pathetic melee attack of the freaking Ushabti. Please give them more melee attack. 23 is really pathetic, though. Again, they kind of match the stats of Skulltaker on his chariot, so I guess that's fine. And yeah, very nice also running away from the Bloodletters. They will catch him here probably if BigBees is paying attention. But it seems like that Chimba is going to be taking this 2-0. Just because it seems that Khorne didn't have any answers for the kitties in this matchup. And I do feel like that is the usual way you would play this, right? Because you need something to clear out the infantry, and then how you counter that is just take a couple of Minotaurs, right? It is going to be very, very crazy. Also, Kitty coming in here and basically clapping the ass cheeks of these Bloodletters. Look at this. 30% HP, almost 40% HP with just one attack. Bloodletters are not having the best day of their lives, and they will probably be sent to the warp quite soon. On the other side, Cetra just bullying Skulltaker now, but he can give it back, man. He has such insane attack. Look at this. Again, a Horn of Khorne, 82 freaking attack. What other unit has this sort of like constant high damage output, and very nice. Chosen of the Gods still being alive is crazy, especially when running from the Bloodwake Berserkers. Though even though they are alive and they should potentially be like really good into Skull Taker. Skull Taker has such weird animations on his bike here that he can just randomly dodge some stuff. How do you miss that? Come on, Chosen, you're better than this. You're probably the most accurate unit in the game when it comes to tabletop from what I've been told, and you're freaking missing a huge chariot character. You could do better. Come on. Come on. One more shot? It's gonna be a bunch of friendly fire damage, but it is what it is, right? Very nicely done, though, from the side of Chimba. A huge upset here, at least in my eyes, because I was expecting BigBees to basically put up a hugely good fight into Chimba. When I saw the bracket being generated, I was like, no, Chimba, please, you need to make it out of round one. But the guy absolutely beat one of my potential favorites for like the semifinals. Very well played, Chimba. Let's check out some value. 2300 on Cetra, beautiful, paying for this, and 3200 on the other Camarian War Sphinx. What carry pieces, man. Crazy carry pieces. Also, Ushabti paying for themselves. None of the skeletons matter, right? But they also kind of pay for themselves, which is crazy. Wow. Ushabti getting 1500? I don't think I've ever seen this happen. Man, Ushabti are such mediocre units in my eyes that them getting 1500 and 1300 basically, damn, everything paid for themselves. He played it so well. He even had a Necrotect to basically heal the Sphinxes and also probably apply the blind, which is a again great tech. The blind effect is insane. Also, Sepulchral Stalkers, relatively near paying for themselves. And yeah, Khorne Warriors, it's fine. Like, they're there to just do some small sort of grind. Very well played. When it comes to Skull Taker, he did well, just didn't end up carrying this game, which is normal. Oh my god, what a terrible showing from all of the Marauders. And this is because there was nothing to support them, and Skull Taker was away, like on his little merry mission to fight the Chosen of the Gods. But also just the kitties rampage through everything here, right? And these were multiple summons too, 600, 300. Very bad performance from the side. He had nothing for the kitties. Oh no, this is definitely an oversight, a big oversight from the side of the army of BigBees. If he had like 2 Minotaurs instead of like the Blood Beasts and 1 extra Hound or like a Fury, he would have been totally fine to fight off Cetra and the Capture Kitty. Very well played. Be sure to like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next series.